Well, hi everyone. My name is Todd Runyon. As you can see, actually in my son's bedroom. It's a little less quiet, or it's a little more quiet, I should say, than the rest of my house. Anyways, I thought for this first class, I would just introduce myself a little bit and then go over any pointers for the course. And then kind of throw out some topics that we could talk about for following sessions. Um, so a little bit about me. I'm an entrepreneur at heart. I've owned and operated my own gym, but along the way I've also been a teacher and also been in real estate. So I graduated from Cornell University in 2008, and then right after that I went to teaching, and then from there I went into real estate, and then from there I went into, well, during that time I also coached and then started my own gym, and then decided to go back to school and went and got my MBA from Arizona State University. And now I am working for a real estate startup called OfferPad, where we are working to change the way real estate is done or traditionally done. Um, so in my current role, I'm as an acquisition manager. I manage a small team of three, including myself. But we're growing and adding more people. So I'm actually looking to hire somebody else right now to help with what we're doing, and probably we'll add another person soon after that. But really, what I do is I work with the investor relations for selling the assets that we acquire, and actually help acquire those assets as well. So in terms of managing, it's definitely an interesting game. Having hired people myself, it's, or I guess being on the hiring end and both sides of the table, it's definitely interesting um, to see what I'm looking for when I'm looking at a resume and how that actually translates into the job. I think there's probably a better way than just the resume and the interview, as I'm learning, but it's all a learning process. And the management is also interesting as well. How do you deal with different people? How do you set expectations, and also how do you reward and motivate your employees to help them and want to work hard and want to accomplish the job to get done? I know on my end, I appreciate getting appreciation from my boss and from others, just appreciating the work I'm doing. And yeah, I think it's definitely interesting when you think about everything that goes into running a business, especially from the manager's point of view. So I'm trying to juggle serving our customers, who in this case are investors, as well as having my employees happy too. So they want to interact well with the investors and whatever interaction they might have, and as well as having them being motivated to work hard. All right, so how does that translate into our class? Well, this is basically a safe place where you get to play around with all this. You kind of throw out ideas to your fellow students of what you would do as a manager, or how you would want to be managed, or even if you even like that word manager. Um, I think there's probably a better word to describe that, because people probably don't want to feel like they're being managed, right? We push against that. I know I do. So kind of think about that. That's something we can post in Yellow Dig and play around with. It's great. I can see there's been a lot of activity in Yellow Dig, and I think that's great. One thing I would add to that is I think Yellow Dig can be a great way for us, instead of throwing up facts, is to really dive deep into a conversation and to really think about the principles that you're learning in the class, and really kind of question them and say, okay, does this apply in every situation, or is there another way to do this, or what's another way to look at this? Everyone comes with different experiences and backgrounds, and that's what's great about education, is because you can add to everyone's experience. And we can all help each other learn and grow together. All right. So in terms of just logistics of the course, from your management of the time, I put all of the due dates for everything at the end of each week, or the beginning of each week, however you want to look at it. So that all due dates are on Sundays. Of course, you can work it ahead as much as you'd like. You kind of think of it as looking at your calendar and seeing when you're going to have crunch times, and those times when you have lulls, you can try to knock out more work to get ahead of the curve. I know we're rapidly approaching the holidays, so adjusting time frames or due dates, I'm more than happy to do that. But taking a look at that and getting ahead of the coursework is a great idea. I've already have somebody has submitted an assignment, which is great. So if you ever need an adjustment with time frames, please let me know. The really only true hard and fast deadline that I have for you guys is the last Thursday of the course. But of course, we want to keep on top of things along the way. But if you have any questions regarding that, feel free to give me an email or shoot me a text. Either of those will work for me. And that's about it. I also, one side note, one thing I noticed is that it looks like Orville and Barbara are both interested in opening their own business, or furniture store and a bar, respectively. As I said at the onset, I'm an entrepreneur at heart, so I'd be more than happy to dedicate a class or two to going over those ideas, or how you can actually be an entrepreneur in your own career or just your life in general. I think a really cool tool, if you guys haven't heard of it, is called the Business Model Canvas. It can help you get your ideas on paper and really test them in a way that allows you to deploy very little capital and see if your business will actually thrive in the end, or if there's even a demand for it in the marketplace. All right, well, guys, I'm going to wrap it up for now. And if you have any questions, again, feel free to text me or shoot me an email. And then we'll see you on the flip side. All right, have a great one. Happy Thanksgiving.